Hello guys, Omni here. Yesterday I saw Jumanji: The Next Level, which is the sequel to Welcome to the Jungle, and we follow the same set of characters going back into the same game. At the end of the last movie, if you haven't seen it, so slight spoilers for Welcome to the Jungle, at the end of the movie, they break the game. After they beat the game, they survive, they destroy the game, the cartridge, all of that, and you think it's done. But no, of course, successful franchises must go on, so we get kind of a forced reason for Spencer to go back and rebuild the game and re-enter it. And they try to go into some deeper commentary on, coming of age, growing and moving from high school relationships into the greater world, into college. It doesn't quite get to the depths that I think that they're wanting, but that is really the inciting incident. Things aren't working out. He doesn't really know what he's supposed to be doing. And the last time he felt confident in himself and what he has done, who he is, was when he was inhabiting Bravestone in the first game, when he went into Jumanji and really felt this connective tissue with his friends, where they've all gone off to do their own separate things. And maintaining this long distance relationship with Martha, which was started at the end of the last movie. There's a whole lot of things playing into that. And he goes back, pieces the scraps back together, and re-enters the realm of Jumanji. And that is the start of this movie. This is what kicks off everything. Now, them going into a broken game, you think maybe there could be some fun play with this, some interplay that goes into it. And it really does set up the way the team interacts, because when the previous characters go in to try and get Spencer back out of the game, the extent of that is they don't get the same avatars. And in the same instance, not everybody, because they aren't able to actually select their characters, because the game won't boot up to the actual menu, because of course it's broken. The game chooses who it's taking in, and it doesn't take in everybody. It takes in, Spencer's already in the game, but then it takes in Spencer's grandfather, Spencer's grandfather's friend Milo, and this are both played by Danny DeVito and Danny Glover. And then, of course, Fridge and Martha. Martha's the only one who keeps the same avatar. She is Karen Gillan, once again, the Manslayer, and Fridge this time is in Jack Black. However, Bravestone, The Rock, and Kevin Hart are Danny DeVito and Danny Glover, respectively. And that is basically... So, and aside from them, there is some fun little interplay, since Jack Black last time got to play Bethany as the avatar, and this time he's Fridge. Now, I think because of that interaction, that relationship, they may have played it a little more restrained than they may have wanted to. And it also becomes a little one note throughout the majority of the film. Now, the movie is not short of laughs. I may even have laughed more in this movie compared to the last one, but my only real criticism with the movie was really just that it relies so hard on this switch up of these characters, with Jack Black playing Fridge, with Kevin Hart playing Danny Glover, and The Rock being Danny DeVito. And it doesn't really get too much farther than that, except with some play that they have with that later into the movie that changes up a little bit. And it doesn't really get any deeper than that. And if you go back to the premise of this, is that they've repaired the game, and it's because that it is damaged, it is not operating properly, that they didn't get to select their avatars this kind of time around, that they were forced into the current setup of these avatars, that there isn't any other kind of, consequences to them going into this busted game. That seems to be the only negative drawback to this game being in its current state, being repaired, being not fully operational. There's no glitches, there's no bugs, there's no other in-world of Jumanji problems that exist with this. You can explain it away with the magic. You can say that, it really is just the conduit to get them into this world, yet then the rules of NPCs still kind of apply there, which is different from the way that it operated when it was the board game. Don't think about it. Just don't think about it when you're trying to explain the logic of this. And I think the first film too was better at kind of introducing us into this world of wonder and this idea that this world is operating on video game logic, really in this one, once they're in it, there's only a few times where they remember that this is supposed to have some video game logic in it. Aside from that, it really just kind of focuses on them being on a fantasy adventure, and not so much about it being part of this video game world, that it just kind of starts to unravel with its own logic. It is fun. It is still a fun movie. I don't regret seeing it. I do think that this, if you like the first one, you're definitely going to enjoy this film. Maybe I don't think this screams go to the theater and watch it. I do think you could have just as great of time watching this at home. Other than that, I don't regret seeing it. I just, after what I thought was a really good first step into this, not that the first one is like a great movie, not that Welcome to the Jungle is like this fantastical ride that I went on. I did find myself enjoying that better as a film, as an adventure, and the way that the characters interacted with each other. I just felt like everything came together a lot better in the first film, and just this one was okay. I do gotta compliment, though, that The Rock and Kevin Hart's impressions of Danny Glover and Danny DeVito were quite the spectacle while they were still fresh. I gotta say, they did some fantastic jobs and way they played with it that I really do gotta, commend. However, it did, I think, overstay its welcome and didn't really grow or arc or move the movie forward. Anyway, guys, if you've seen the movie, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought. If you had any differing opinions of mine, I'd love to hear them. Aside from that, sound off in the comments. We'll carry on that conversation after the video. And as always, if you like this video, be sure to support the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.